G'day YouTubers, welcome back. My name's Wilfred 007. Welcome to Wilfred's PC World. Now, just starting to get ready to do this job. I've got my new soldering iron. I'm going to test that out. Turn this on and get the temperature up to 4 o'clock. Let's have it. There. Okay, we've got the solder. First test of this one. Now I won't actually remove it from the base. You can do that. You have it on either side, left or right hand side. But I just prefer to the other one. Move this over here so I can. So you can see what I'm going to do. Try to do. Now, yeah, it's close as I'm going to get that one from. It's close as I'm going to get that one. I'm sorry, but we'll see how we go. Oh, this is nice. Very, very nice, this one. Do I need that a bit hotter, maybe? Go to the next one. See if that will do the job. That looks pretty good to me. That's nice. Very, very nice. You can see that. That is very, very nice. I'm very much impressed with the quality of this one. So I'll just put that away. And I'll leave that sit over there to bang. And we can turn it down the heat. We should turn it off if we want. No, because I'll use it later. Let's turn it down to 35. I think 35 should do the job. Okay, let's have a look at this. That's the first part done. It's not the best of jobs, I admit that. It's not, I could have done better, but it will do what I needed to do. Actually, single plots, that does come in handy from here. Because you can just put this here. Okay. And put it on this side. Have that going down there. And this one out. Put that exactly where you want it. Now, we'll be back. Okay, we have our heavy duty little thing. Do the job. Find a place to put this now. Let's have a look. That's done. I'm happy with that. Now I know it's going to be a bit of a bulge there like this one, but not much I can do about that. But I don't think that's going to be seen in the computer. You'll be able to see that section in there. I don't think you'll see that, actually physically see that, so that will be hidden in this section. Yeah. So we'll see how we go. Now we need the cable. I'll stick with the original one I've got still. I think this one here maybe a tad lighter, because that's a darker colour. And I don't know if you can pick that up, but this one's actually slightly thicker. I think it might be the quarter. So that is a smaller one. The same size as... No, it's the same size as that cable, but this cable here is actually thicker. That's interesting to know. Same size. So that's the same. Oh, that's a bit thicker there again. Yeah. Oh well. Whew, let's get going to sleeving. Oh bugger, I'm going to get all my stuff out too. But I think I've seen this sleeving done before. You basically just have it pop it into there, and so how do I want? I use a thick one for that one, yeah. So I'm just working out what size I want for there. Actually, this one's going to fit most of the way, which is pretty good, because I've tried. That's it. Now, what you want to do, once you get as far as you can get into there, you can either do it. You find the end with it. Trying to do it this way. It's hard to try to do this on camera. So you got the end there. All you do is crimp that, push that one. See how it bulges up. Hold that down, push that. Okay, and that starts to go through. So I'll do it this way because I'm right-handed. Prefer to do it right-handed. So it's there, the end, or roughly near the end. And you just go like that. See how easy it is? It starts to move down. I'll just keep going like that. You don't need rulers or not rulers, you don't need pens or anything else like that. You just take your time, do this. Alright. And just keep going down like that. See, it's an easy job to do, but when you've got the cameras and that on you, it makes it a bit awkward because you're trying to do everything for the camera, so the camera can see what you're doing and stuff like that. But that's okay. Just got to get used to these type of things. I think it's just being patient, like with anything else. So if you lose the cable end and you can't find it because of the wires or something, try it like that. That doesn't move. So, therefore, that's not the cable end. So we go find, keep going, up, there's the cable end. You got roughly right, see how that does? Because you're trying to push a cable, this thing's over the cable itself. When it's actually on the cable, it doesn't move that much. It was very hard to make it to go down. So you just go find it like that. I always try to keep it. I'll do this when I get this part. Just pull that down, because that way there I'm stretching out the cable as I'm doing it. And so when it fits, when I get to the end of it, I know how much room I've got to play with and stuff like that. Now I forgot to get everything else out. But I have to admit, this iron is a pretty good iron. I'm impressed so far. I might turn that right down because I don't. The thing is, I'm not going to need it all that much straight away, but I like to work on one piece at a time. That's my problem. I don't want to work on 101 thing to 101 soldering type things. And so anyway, by pulling that down, you actually just help that go along. Almost there. It's also helpful when you're going over thicker cables and stuff like that. So what I want to do here, that's as far as I want it to go. Yep, that's happy there, because I can do a bit of playing around with that. Now before I did find it a bit hard, this one here was a bit iffy, trying to put it together. Now what I need is this item is quite handy to have. Basically it's just a lighter inside one of those extra oofy doobie things. What do we call it? It somehow makes the lighter go better. Don't ask me why, but it does. I think it compresses it down. This tool, I think, is probably one of the best ones I've used actually. And I've used a lot over the years. Always give a little bit of leeway. Let's go like that. Quickly. Just push that up there. Perfect. I'm going to cut that. You can just see. You can just see it in there and say the end. That's not bad. That I'm a bit. It's you always trim that down, so I'm not worried about that over much. Next step is to keep pushing this a bit further down. Trying to get this wire. Now this is harder. This is actually slightly harder part. Oh no, that actually worked for once. We want this one to go to the end. We can comfortably push this bit, if we can, over the end. If it works, brilliant. But gives us plenty of room here. So before, this is a lot harder to do this on camera. Heat shrink this end, because if I heat shrink this end, I've got a stable spot to secure everything else to, and you know it's basically there. So that's right to the end how I wanted that to be, and which is quite good. You can just heat shrink that there, so that will be like that. Let's have a look. Move this out the way. Oh yeah, that will do the job. It's harder because it's so close together, and what I'm trying to do is trying to keep that there. That did bulge a bit. I'm not quite sure why that bulged a bit there. No. This one didn't bulge, but this one did. I don't know. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. It looks okay. As I said before, you probably won't see this section. From there to there, right, once I put that in my case, you will not see it. I will know it's there, but you will not see it as in it's like a customer or client. Now, we've got to do some crimping. I'll trim this off. Give it a fair bit of wire because we can afford to. Actually a bit more wire than that, I'd say. Yep. This one here, love this tool.